Factors affecting exchange rate of currencies. Currency exchange rate. The price of nation's currency in terms of another currency. An exchange thus has two components, domestic currency and a foreign currency. Example, $1 equals 70.01 Indian rupee. Exchange rate is also known as foreign exchange rate, forex rate. Method of quotation. Direct rate of quotation. $1 equals 70.01 Indian rupee. Indirect rate of quotation. 70.01 Indian rupee equals $1. Forex rate. The rate at which one country's currency may be converted into another. Foreign exchange rate, forex rate, is one of the most important means through which a country's relative level of economic health is determined. A country's foreign exchange rate provides a window to its economic stability, which is why it is constantly watched and analyzed. Cont. It may fluctuate daily with the changing market forces of supply and demand of currencies from one country to another. For these reasons, when sending or receiving money internationally, it is important to understand what determines exchange rates. Aside from factors such as interest rates and inflation, the currency exchange rate is one of the most important determinants of a country's relative level of economic health. Exchange rates play a vital role in a country's level of trade, which is critical to most every free market economy in the world. For this reason, exchange rates are among the most watched, analyzed and governmentally manipulated economic measures. But exchange rates matter on a smaller scale as well. They impact the real return of an investor's portfolio. Factors that influence currency exchange rate. Balance of payment. Inflation. Interest rate. Recession. Terms and trade. Government debt. Political stability and performance. Speculation. Balance of payments. A country's current account reflects balance of trade and earnings on foreign investment. It consists of total number of transactions including its exports, imports, debt, etc. A deficit in current account due to spending more of its currency on importing products than it is earning through sale of exports causes depreciation. Balance of payments fluctuates exchange rate of its domestic currency. Inflation. Changes in market inflation cause changes in currency exchange rates. A country with a lower inflation rate than another's will see an appreciation in the value of its currency. The prices of goods and services increase at a slower rate where the inflation is low. A country with a consistently lower inflation rate exhibits a rising currency value, while a country with higher inflation typically sees depreciation in its currency and is usually accompanied by higher interest rates. Interest rate. Changes in interest rate affect currency value and dollar exchange rate. Forex rates, interest rates, and inflation are all correlated. Increases in interest rates cause a country's currency to appreciate because higher interest rates provide higher rates to lenders, thereby attracting more foreign capital, which causes a rise in exchange rates. Recession. When a country experiences a recession, its interest rates are likely to fall, decreasing its chances to acquire foreign capital. As a result, its currency weakens in comparison to that of other countries, therefore lowering the exchange rate. Terms and trade. Terms of trade relate to a ratio which compares export prices to import prices. If the price of a country's exports increases by a higher rate than its imports, its terms of trade will have improved. Increasing terms of trade indicate a greater demand for a country's exports. This, in turn, results in an increase in revenue from exports which has the effect of raising the demand for the country's currency and an increase in its value. In the event the price of exports rises by a lower rate than its imports, the currency's value will decline in comparison to that of its trading partners. Government debt. Government debt is public debt or national debt owned by the central government. A country with government debt is less likely to acquire foreign capital, leading to inflation. Foreign investors will sell their bonds in the open market if the market predicts government debt within a certain country. As a result, a decrease in the value of its exchange rate will follow. Political stability and performance. A country's political state and economic performance can affect its currency strength. A country with less risk for political turmoil is more attractive to foreign investors, as a result, drawing investment away from other countries with more political and economic stability. Increase in foreign capital, in turn, leads to an appreciation in the value of its domestic currency. A country with sound financial and trade policy does not give any room for uncertainty in value of its currency. But a country prone to political confusions may see a depreciation in exchange rates. Speculation. If a country's currency value is expected to rise, investors will demand more of that currency in order to make a profit in the near future. As a result, the value of the currency will rise due to the increase in demand. With this increase in currency value comes a rise in the exchange rate as well. Conclusion. All of these factors determine the foreign exchange rate fluctuations. If you send or receive money frequently, being up to date on these factors will help you better evaluate the optimal time for international money transfer. To avoid any potential falls in currency exchange rates, opt for a locked-in exchange rate service, which will guarantee that your currency is exchanged at the same rate despite any factors that influence an unfavorable fluctuation.